Joanne Missingham is Taiwan's top female Go player with a formidable Go ranking of 7 dan. In her 20s, she took on modeling work, gaining fame in entertainment. What many people don't know is that Joanne was born in Australia. She has mixed-race heritage with an Australian father and Taiwanese mother. Her great love affair with Go began at age 6, with her mom giving her a chance introduction to the game. And she hasn't stopped playing since. Today in our Sunday special report, we kick off a 3-part introduction to Taiwan's goddess of Go.
Taiwanese-Australian Joanne Missingham was born on May 26, 1994 in Brisbane in Queensland, Australia. Her Chinese name is Chia-chia. Her father is Errol Mark Missingham, an Australian, and her mother was a Taiwanese Hei Nan-ping, a cross-cultural love story. Their first daughter was Hei Xuan, and little Joanne, their second daughter, was born 2 years later.
当时其实是妈妈去澳洲留学，然后是去念研究所，然后
My mom went to study in Australia to graduate school. My dad was a professor there. That's how they met. My sister and I were born in Australia. Later, they decided we would move to Taiwan, mainly because my parents really wanted us to be bilingual.
以前他可能下班之后，因为妹妹是非常会撒娇的人，她就会说啊 ，Daddy 你回来。
My dad would get home from work, and my sister was great at being all cutesy. She would say, "Daddy, you're home," and rush straight at him and push him over to get the cash out of his pocket.
It was a happy family. The Missinghams believed in supporting their daughter's interests, and so the girls had many hobbies.
小时候其实爸爸妈妈希望我们
Our parents wanted us to develop wide interests. They took us to lots of classes. We could find our own interests among them.
Joanne studied gymnastics, ballet, and the pipa lute in the Chinese orchestra. Her first experience of a Go lesson was at the age of 6.
从6岁开始，然后其实一开始想要学
I started at 6. Actually, originally I wanted to study Gomoku, but my mom couldn't find a Gomoku class for me, so she took my sister and me to try a Go class. I got really into it. My sister thought it was really boring, just black and white tiles.
Based in Yonghe, Zhou Keping had founded Dongdong Children's Go Studio. He was Joanne's first Go teacher, and it was he who inspired her talent to blossom.
佳佳跟普通小朋友不一样的地方是，她上课很专心。
What was different about Joanne was how focused she was in class, with amazing reactions. She was better at Go than other children right from the very beginning. Perhaps her mind is very clear in that regard.
应该是在我差不多8岁的时候，那时候我看了非常有名的一部动画片，就是《麒麟王》。
I saw a very famous anime when I was about 8. It's called Hikaru no Go. Watching it gave me more of an idea of the world of professional Go players. Before that, I knew my teacher was a pro, but I didn't really know what that meant or what he actually did. After I'd seen Hikaru no Go, I thought, wow, you can have a job as cool as playing Go. I can just do what I want to do, play Go, and someone will pay me for it.
Joanne's mother supported her dream. She searched for an advanced teacher who would help Joanne hone her skills.
一般来讲啦，小朋友下棋啊，都会比较想去吃人家的棋子。那佳佳呢，当然她的
When children play Go, generally they try to capture their opponent's stones. But Joanne was lucky because her teacher was a professional, a colleague of ours. So her very first teacher taught her to think more about territory. So unlike other children, she wasn't so fixated on capturing stones. That's very helpful for later study.
一开始被围棋吸引的应该是他吃子的部分，我就觉得吃子这件事情非常的好玩。
I think what first attracted me was capturing stones. Capturing stones was great fun. Then I realized capturing stones is just a tiny part of Go. In the end, it's about who has more territory, i.e., more unoccupied points. Along the way, you need a lot of tactics to gain territory. You have almost unlimited choices. Go has been played for thousands of years.
Joanne was a bright and talented child. Her grades were excellent and she was popular at school.
佳佳呢，在学校呢功课非常的好，那你可以发现她学习很认真，然后呢很勇于表达自己。
Joanne's schoolwork was excellent. You could see how hardworking she was, how brave she was in expressing her opinions. She was quick thinking and creative, so her grades were always very good, among the best in the class. She liked to help others, to stand up for justice. All her classmates liked her. She was fun, humorous, and sweet. She looked so cute and did so well in school that she was never short of friends. All the other children liked to play with her.
With her mother's attentive guidance, Joanne excelled in literacy, playing the pipa, go, calligraphy, and art.
佳佳的字啊，你等一下可以看一下那个照片，非常的漂亮，字体非常的整齐。然后呢，她写功课是非常的认真。
In a moment, you can see a photo of Joanne's handwriting, which is beautiful. Her characters are so neat. She worked very hard on her homework. In her essays, you could see lots of little creative flourishes. She was full of imagination. In natural science, we grew silkworms. All the kids were afraid of them, but Joanne seemed to think they were cute. They were so soft and white. In an essay, she wrote how a classmate had eaten one of the baby silkworm's poos. Apparently, in traditional Chinese medicine, silkworm waste is a medicinal ingredient, so she put that interesting story in her essay.
With her angelic and unusual looks, those big eyes and glossy hair, Joanne became a child star, shooting commercials and music videos and appearing in many TV variety shows.
踢到了，哎，
他表演13响哎，
太可爱，13响。
什么13响？
预备，
开始。
听，13响，你是在说我是13颗科长啊？再一次，预备，
开始。
But commercial shoots can run into the night. Joanne's mother thought school came first. When Joanne was 10, her mother encouraged her to join the school swim class as a way to gain strength for Go. But as soon as she began, Joanne qualified for the first 100 and joined the school team.
她的柔软度、她的协调性，还有她的水。
She had good flexibility, good coordination, and a sense for the water. She performed better in all those areas than other kids who tried out, so of course she was chosen for the swim team.
But joining the swim team meant bidding goodbye to her precious long locks.
我们希望小朋友呢，除了游泳练习之外，尽量不要耽误他的这个。
We don't want the kids' swim training to have an impact on their normal schooling, so usually we ask the girls in the team to cut their hair short, if possible. It cuts the time spent changing and drying hair, lessens the risk of getting sick. We want them to get back to class promptly and get back to their normal lessons.
Next was a grueling training regime. Joanne got up at 6 a.m. on school days. She would swim 3,000 meters at school to build strength before classes began.
是我3年级到6年级的时候都是游泳班。
I swim from 3rd to 6th grade, so I got to school before the other kids. I might get up at 6 and get there before the others to swim.
我觉得他超强的啊，因为等于说他上学前，他们。
I think she's very strong because if I remember right, she trained before class in the morning and after class in the evening. The pool at Shoulang Elementary didn't have any heating at first. It was freezing in winter. I think she's amazing.
第一个优点是她自己很能够吃苦耐劳，她有很强的意志力，就是当我们在进行那个最累的有氧。
Her first strength was tolerating pain, hard work. She had a very strong will. When we did the aerobic stamina training, which is the worst, she could just grit her teeth and persevere through whatever I set for her. Some kids are easier on themselves and give up. That means they stop and drop out of the team.
The tough swim training was energizing. Joanne's will and stamina belied her years. That desire to excel applied to Go as well. By age 11, she had an amateur 6th Dan rank and often went abroad for Go contests.
我跟佳佳是2004年因为那个世界青少年的比赛，然后认识的。然后那一年她是台湾少年组的代表，那刚好我受邀就是。
I met Joanne in 2004 at the World Youth Go Championship. She was on the Taiwan Youth Go team. I was invited to be the tutor for the team at that championship. So from 2004 on, we played a weekly game of Go, and after each game, I helped her analyze it. In 2005, I went with her to Barcelona, Spain for the World Youth Go Championship.
As Joanne's Go skills progressed, just before she finished elementary school, her father was sent to the US for a job. The family moved with him, and Joanne was thrown out of her comfort zone. Next week in our Sunday special report, join us as we follow her into an alien Western country and struggles to continue her pursuit of Go.